England are through to the last 16 of the Euros, winning the group, but it certainly doesn't feel that way, does it? I don't know about anyone else, but as a football fan, watching this England team is one of the most depressing experiences I've had in a long, long time. It's just awful. The football that we play is dreadful. Considering the sheer talent that we have around the squad. Phil Foden, Saka, Bellingham, Kane, all some of the best players in the world in their given position. And it's just like we have no attacking presence at all. It's like there's nothing going on in their heads for the majority of the game. I've got to admit, in the group stage, I actually think Foden has probably been the most exciting player. He's tried to attack a lot more. In today's game against Slovenia, the two best chances came from Foden, but both were unfortunately offside. One which Saka had the ball in the back of the net for. But it's just rubbish. And Gareth Southgate is 100% completely to blame for England's, not so much failure yet, but for England's utterly shocking performances throughout this Euros so far. It's honestly unbelievable. I haven't got a script for this video. I've not got any notes, but every single player looks like they're getting frustrated. They're getting irritated on the pitch 24/7, throwing their arms about. They don't know what to do. There's no clear plan. You look at some of the other teams in this Euros that maybe haven't done unbelievably well. Italy, at least there's passion there. They're fighting for that last minute winner. You were always in fear that they were going to get it. And they did. Croatia, in that game against Italy, they must have had about 8 yellow cards, giving their all for the shirt. And England just don't seem to be like that. We seem to be this respectful, keep it calm defensively, don't do anything team. Slovenia have never got to the knockout stages of a Euros. So they've got a population of around 2 million people. And we played 2 defensive midfielders against them. 2 DMs against the team that we should be absolutely all over. With the attacking options we have, we should be all over them. And if you're going to maybe try rest some players, be a little bit more reserved, bring in Watkins, bring in Palmer from the start. Let's all admit it right now. Kane and Bellingham have not had the best competition so far. Kane looks slow. He's not getting involved in the games anywhere near as much as he should be. But he is one of, if not the best striker in the world during club football and has been reliable for England for many, many years. But the question is that a problem? Is the reliance on Kane up top one of the main contributing factors to England's lack of attacking prowess? Because it is just not working. And I think maybe if you have Watkins in there, along with Foden and Saka, Watkins can pick up assists as well. It's not just Kane as a striker that can play well off the ball and hold it up. Watkins has those abilities as well. He's shown that at Villa. Was he the top assister this year? Same amount of goals and assists as Erling Haaland. I've said that in about 10 videos now. He deserves a go. He's playing in the best league in the world, and he had the joint best output as a striker in the league. When Kane's having a couple of off games, in the last group game, this was his opportunity. This was Southgate's opportunity to let Ollie Watkins shine, and he just didn't, and I don't understand it. Palmer, after the last game, we're all thinking, what does Palmer have to do to get some minutes? He came on today for about 10, 15 minutes, looked fantastic. Skillful on the ball. Same with Gordon. Gordon came on, looked fantastic. It's just so irritating. We need players that aren't afraid to run at the opposition, actually take a man on. I feel like that's been lost a little bit in this system football, constantly passing it around world. But we don't even do that well. We don't pass it around well. There was one great passing movement, which I referenced earlier with that Foden crossover to Saka in the end, who put it in. But apart from that, We've got Declan Rice, Conor Gallagher even in the centre of the park. These are players. Gallagher's probably, what would he be worth now? Maybe 50 million? A lot of teams would want him. The majority of Premier League teams would take Conor Gallagher. And as England fans were looking at it and going, because he's playing as a defensive midfielder and that's not his role. Declan Rice this season has not played as a defensive midfielder. The positions of the players throughout the group stage has really irritated me. And it's taught me a lesson because at the start of the group stage, I probably would have selected a very similar team to Gareth did in the first game. When you look at it and you've got Trippier, a right back, playing at left back. You've got Trent, a right back, playing at CDM. You've got Rice, who's played as more of a box-to-box, if not even attacking midfielder this season, playing as a CDM. Again, that Calvin Phillips comment the other day, everyone can laugh, but it kind of does make sense. Other than the fact, why not just play Wharton then? If you're missing that all-out defensive midfielder, Wharton might not quite have the passing range of Calvin Phillips, but he is definitely better defensively than Trent or Gallagher will be in that position. And then that can free up Declan Rice, who has played that more attacking role all season, to play it. And instead of him constantly looking backwards and passing it backwards, he can play it forwards. It's stressful. Let me know in the comments. Please remember to like and subscribe as well. There'll be plenty more Euros reactions coming. Not as much as there is for club football, because it's pretty tough to watch, to be honest. And it's not exactly a fun video to make ever with the Euros. I said before the tournament, Southgate needs to go. And I think everyone in England agrees now. Imagine if you'd spent thousands of pounds going over to Germany to watch this football. I think any progressive, attacking style-minded manager would do better with this squad. Anyone from any of the top 5 leagues, genuinely, that's got that experience, because Southgate football is dire. Dire. I don't know what I was saying. I'm lost on my train of thought. Bellingham, he's just not really turned it on, has he? He had an amazing season at Real Madrid, maybe died down a little bit towards the end of the season, but still a special talent, and we should be getting more out of him. I don't particularly know if it's down to him, but he is one that's going to get a lot of the fingers pointed, because we expected him to have this breakout, unbelievable tournament, be one of the best in the whole competition, and it's just really not gone that way so far. But let me get up. Our road to the final now is meant to be quite easy. Whether I think we're actually going to win anything or not doesn't change. The answer is still a resounding no. But now it looks like in the round of 16, we're probably going to have Romania or Czech Republic. But given the last 2 fixtures, drawing against Slovenia, drawing against Denmark, do you have any confidence that we can actually beat Romania or Czech Republic? Because everyone's saying at least we've got the easy side. It might have been better to get the hard side and get beaten by a better international team than get beaten by one of those boys, because genuinely, I could see it. Czech Republic aren't no mugs. Genuinely, it wouldn't surprise me. And then in the quarterfinal, it looks to be either Switzerland or Italy. 2 teams which have shown incredible fight throughout this tournament. I think Italy beat us in the final last year. A lot of their older players moved on, obviously lack of Chiellini, etc. But they have that grit about them. They've got that international pedigree, and they know what it's like to win. They have more belief in the squad than England do. England probably won't ever have that in my lifetime. And Switzerland, admittedly not as many star players, but Xhaka, unbeaten all season, boss in the centre of the park. I think he'll boss the centre of the park on an international stage better than our centre midfielders will, which would be crazy given Rice was effectively his massive upgrade replacement. So if we make it past the round of 16, make it past the quarterfinals, who is it then? Was it Netherlands? Am I remembering that correctly? Semi-finals, most probably Belgium or Austria. I mean, Belgium, I don't see Belgium making it. They never seem to actually get to the final stages and do well. So if anything, I hope Belgium do make it, because I think we probably would beat them. They're bottlers just like us with their golden generation of players, never winning anything. Austria obviously had a special run so far, not one we all expected. But there's not much point, in my opinion, going that far forward. Let me know what you think of England so far. Let me know what you think the starting 11 should be in the next game. I'm genuinely interested to hear what everyone's opinions is on this, because something has to change. But at the same time, you can't change 50% of the team. You can't get rid of Foden, Saka, Bellingham, Kane, all of these players that are underperforming. I hope Luke Shaw's back. But yeah, anyway, that's enough depression on England. This is why club football is better than international football, boys. Maybe if we had a different manager, it'd be a bit different story. Remember, like and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed the ramblings of an angry England fan. I'm sure you're feeling the same. And I'll catch you again soon. Peace.